Well, weirdos, welcome to my creepy lair on this delightfully devilish vampire weekend. And if we're not too bloated from guzzling sweeties and booze and human remains, I simply insist that you join me for a cheeky glass of red and an absolute feast of stupid nerd crap. Welcome to the show! So, these crossover Transformers are getting out of hand, aren't they? It's not like it's a new phenomenon. We've had like Marvel and Star Wars Transformers clogging up the pegs on the periphery of the main line for decades. But recently things have visibly branched out into a more sort of obnoxious general nerdsphere vibe. You've seen it. We're doing Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, Top Gun, X-Men, you know. If you know, you know. And if you're watching this, I know you know. And just as I was bracing myself for the A-Team van and Johnny 5 to complete the friggin' pop culture Voltron of overplayed mashup shirt nostalgia bait, they've only gone and thrown us a creature feature curveball with a new sub-range of Universal monster movie Transformers? Like the old-timey black and white classics from literally 90 years ago. Alright, so tonight on this most hallowed of eves, what do you say we sink our teeth into an actual Transformer of actual Dracula? Yes, fiends, this is Transformers X Universal Monsters Collaborative Draculus. Blah! So yes, this is Transformers Collaborative Draculus, and I'm kind of still processing the absurdity of this. Like, what am I saying to you right now? How did we get here? Who is this for? I promise I'm as bewildered about this as I am stoked. I'm Bram stoked. Now, the Draculus toy itself is a gentle retool of the 2016 Titans Return Mindwipe figure. An ancestor. I see a resemblance. But let's be real, Mindwipe was never amazing. It's a bit of an awkward sod, and it's honestly kind of old hat now. But you know, these collab figures are almost always reworked from something, and this is just the one they had with a Dracula-appropriate alt mode. Which is the weirdest thing I've ever said. But can we appreciate the deco for a secco? Draculus is looking immaculate in this transcendent Transylvanian fit, serving pure Carpathian class in like a dinner jacket with a popped collar and a cape. An actual fabric cape? More of that, please. And how slick is he looking in this practically monochrome drip? Like, I could very well believe that they were committing to the full black and white silver screen style, if not for those blood red bad guy eyes. Bad eyes. Definitely something a little demonic about this oddly animalistic face, which is not a Titan Master, but is definitely somebody's ooh-woo Batsona. Arms are a little awkward with his beast mode feet he's scratching out the back of his elbow, but those cuffs just set it off, and he's even got all new eerily elegant curved clawed hands. You must be Hungarian. Legs are charmingly chunky, composed mostly of malleable panels with a bit of seductive squish. Don't love that they've not improved the ankles though. Well, that was always my least favourite thing about Mindwipe, was these giant silly floorboard feet with no ankle tilt. But I'd say old Drac Black here was a crafty enough cryptid to make up for that. I mean, it's so effortlessly appealing and actually tons of fun to pose. The hands and cape give him an instant charisma max out. Just his general style sort of elevates him above any minor physical complaints. Same. Accessories are a bit out there though. Like, we love the cape, we know this. The cape gets a pass. It's just a gorgeous gag and a convenient kibble concealer. But why has he got to have a laser gun? I mean, obviously it's another Mindwipe carryover, but Dracula doesn't strike me as a firearms guy, is all I'm saying. Could we not have done like a goblet or a sword? Maybe a rapier? Give it a bit of Gomez Adams spice? But no, I suppose he needs this arm-mounted claw shovel, presumably so he can dig through the ditches. And as for the gun, I suppose anything's an impaler if you're brave enough. Anyway, old Bellend Lugosi here comes in a fairly swanky package, styled as like a chunky VHS tape, which I feel like they missed a trick not doing a coffin, but you gotta believe they're floating this as like the first in a series of monster bots. And I kinda love the idea of having a dedicated shelf of horror-themed faux videotape action figure boxes, because of course I do. Is this what the Dark Universe is now? Remember that? Movies didn't work out, so you pivoted the franchise to a different medium? No, the Dark Universe was always intended to be a range of celebratory toy robots. That is some Princess Carolyn shit. But if nothing else, it's nice to finally confirm that while not all zombies are Frankensteins, all vampires are Decepticons. Shame. Could have called it an Autobat. But yeah, I don't know. Draculus is working for me. It's camp as Christmas. It kind of kicks ass. The robot mode is an immaculately dapper sucker. And I respect that they've made no attempt to justify the canon of it. Like, it doesn't try and make out that, like, Count Dracula dimension hopped and built himself a mech suit in his own image. It's just, look, Dracula robot. How mad is that? Bat! Transformation's a kind of brilliant full-body form flip, where his arms become legs, his legs become wings, a lot of pleasing panel unfurling, a lot of unexpected acrobatics, and honey, the cape stays on. And behold, if you will, the fearsome, twisted, bestial form of old Drac Nicholson, spreading its frightful blood-tinged wings and bearing its hideous carnivorous gnashers like some dumpy-ass kaiju suit-looking robot bat. Robat? You know what I mean? This is very silly. Like, it's not scary at all. It doesn't even really look cool, but I'm kind of in love with it. Like, look at these adorable little hand feet and the big stupid Muppet face, like some B-movie ass rodent monster mask. The wings kind of rule though, with all like faux hydraulic pipes and Cybertron Sylvanian glyphs and wildly visible production stamps. And like they're so ominous and drapey in the first place that he barely even needs the cape. But it ain't always about need, okay? This is about fashion. Plastic robot bat monster fashion. What a normal sentence. Can't say it does a lot with the inherited Titans Return gimmicks though. Like the head is just a normal head concealed somewhere in the cape, so it can't quite come and sit down in the bewilderingly still present chest cavity cockpit. And I really dislike the suggested weapon storage kibble tail. There's just so much still here of what didn't quite work with Mindwipe. Like I don't really mind, but I do wish we could wipe that out. I'm honestly not mad about it, but for £37, I don't know if Drac the Ripper here is quite enough of an upgrade from an extant $16.99er from 5 years ago. Guess them movie licenses don't come cheap. So, Collaborative Draculus is hardly the greatest action figure ever, nor is it one that anybody asked for. The Universal monsters aren't exactly something I've got a lot of stake in, so enjoying this so much was something I did not count on. Ha! It's just loads of silly, schlocky fun. It's superbly stylish. It's goth as f***. It's just as knowingly charming a toy as I've ever seen. And look, it's pretty wild that they did a movie-inspired, mostly black Bat Transformer, and it's not Batman. Yeah, check on superheroes. This is what the kids really want. Just give us all the vampires. Give us Blade. Give us a red Gary Oldman repaint. Give us a Christopher Lee. This could pass as a Christopher Lee, right? Do a whole bunch of these for Twilight. Get Weirdwolf involved and give us friggin' Taylor Lautner. Simply the silliest shit I've ever seen in Transformers, and I cannot wait for more of this. Specdracula. So until next time, have a simply sumptuous Samhain, and as always, thanks for watching. Get out. Ah, what a load of bollocks. Brilliant. Cheers for watching, gang. I hope it's sufficiently spooked. Probably not. I overdressed. I got the pumpkin out. It's Halloween, right? But look, I gotta say thank you to all my patrons for supporting what I do. Your help is much appreciated. Couldn't do it without you. And an extra special scary shout out to Phoenix Terror. Excellent name. Love it. That is hair metal as hell, and I salute you. So here's to you, my darlings. Won't you stay stunning for me? I know you will. Later, bitches. But if nothing else, it's nice to finally confirm that while not all zombies are Frankensteins, all vampires are Decepticons. That's the wrong side for you. Drac, number one. While not all zombies are Frankensteins, all vampires... Excuse you. Dig through the ditches, burn through the witches, and slam in the back of my Draculus.